How did the Prague Spring affect Czechoslovakia? Have you ever wondered how a wave of reform can shake a nation to its core? The Prague Spring in Czechoslovakia is a prime example of this. This movement, led by Alexander Dubček, aimed to create a more humane version of communism. Dubcek, the first secretary of the Communist Party of Czechoslovakia, introduced reforms that included economic liberalization, political democratization, and greater freedom of speech and press. These reforms were a response to the economic stagnation and political repression that had taken hold under Antonín Novotny's hardline regime. The goal was to decentralize power and allow for a more participatory political structure. Instead of the Communist Party controlling every aspect of life, other organizations could compete for influence. The immediate impact was remarkable. Political activism surged, and new political organizations emerged. Groups like K231, formed by former political prisoners, began to advocate for change. Intellectuals created clubs for non-party members, fostering discussions that had been suppressed for years. This period also saw a revival of cultural and religious activities that had been stifled under previous regimes. However, not everyone welcomed these changes. The Soviet Union and other Warsaw Pact countries viewed the Prague Spring as a threat to their control over the Eastern Bloc. On August 20, 1968, they invaded Czechoslovakia to restore the conservative communist government. This invasion effectively ended the Prague Spring and rolled back many of the reforms that had been put in place. In the broader context of global communism, the Prague Spring illustrates the challenges faced by communist states trying to balance reform with ideological purity. Attempts to liberalize and humanize communism were seen as risks to the established order, leading to external intervention. Even though the Prague Spring ultimately failed, it remains a significant chapter in the history of communism. It highlights the desire for reform within communist systems and the external pressures that can stifle such movements. The legacy of the Prague Spring continues to influence discussions about political structures in communist states today.